Steve walks merrily down the street with the brim pulled way down low. Ain't no sound but the sound of his feet. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready for this? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets rip to the sound of the beat. Yeah, another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. And another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust, yeah. Hey,
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another thrilling episode of The Day's Grimm. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Grimm.
My name is Bob Spilarkey.
I don't even get that. Is that supposed to be
like
funny?
a Monica thing?
Yeah, something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I left that in, by the way,
Nice.
because you technically didn't say anything.
I know. I said Monica.
Still don't love it.
Is that like a
though.
Monica thing?
Still don't love it. Corey,
Bush Apple's back, baby.
yeah,
Bush Apple is back.
yeah. Shout out to Bush
Shouts.
Apple. I should probably cover mine
The
up.
Tower
you know what I
of
mean?
Apple.
Yeah, the Tower of Babel, dude. How the hell is everybody, dude? You guys doing okay?
Yeah, I'm hot.
Dude,
I was just awkward silence would have been cool.
Yeah, no, for sure. Just let it run for a minute, dude.
Just get really awkward.
I love a good awkward silence on the podcast. I don't know what it is, but it really gets me
Yeah,
juiced
just
up.
the thought of people just clicking off the video gets you going.
Yeah.
bro. Gets me fucking juicing at the jowls.
What if we
man.
just did an hour and a half of silence and everybody just stared at each other?
We would have to release it on 9/11, though.
Yeah.
Dude,
We'll wait for 9/11 to fall on a Tuesday and we'll do it.
bro.
Recognize a
just-
moment of silence for 9/11, and then we
Yeah.
just do an hour of pure silence, just fucking staring at each other.
Hey, it's doable.
Or just swing the mics out and just
You just-
drink and bullshit.
Yeah, I was about to say, you just hear the sounds of fucking beer
Dude, I've
cans
been
opening the whole
thinking
time.
more of that old Canadian dude, and like, what if we just didn't open like our wives' if our wives didn't open their Amazon packages and stuff for
Yeah.
like a week, and then we just did a whole episode of unboxing their stuff.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I kind of like that.
just to see what they're ordering.
Yeah. Just
Well,
like,
yeah, but I mean, that guy's getting millions of views just on fucking. I went to Book Broker and bought these 5 PlayStation 5 games and a new controller.
Or are you talking about the weird Pepsi guy
Yeah.
that we do? Big shout
I
out.
watch his videos.
Corey, can you pull his YouTube page up again? I got to get this guy more followers. Go to the YouTube and
He
let's.
doesn't need any more followers.
He
That dude's got
does.
600,000.
Well,
doesn't he?
I support it. Do you remember his name, Tom? It was like MJ.
No, just search hot sauce Pepsi and we'll find his
Yeah,
page.
hot sauce Pepsi. Yeah, just do that. And while you're doing that, Corey, I do. While we're talking about hot sauce and hot things, I did smash an entire regular double hot fucking Strom from Pizza King for the first time since.
Why don't you do that level 10 chicken sandwich from Bad Randy's?
I've tried a bite of it. It is fucking. He makes you wear gloves. It's
Does he really make you wear gloves?
It's fucking savage. There's a waiver.
That's
Hey, here we
hot.
go.
There's a
M&J
fucking
medal right there.
Yeah, big
New
shout.
gaming
I was
cards.
close. I knew it. So M and J medal. Shout out to Canada. This is your contribution to the world. God bless
He's
you.
Canadian.
guys.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. God bless you guys. Corey, click more. Have we read the?
What ring is that?
Hit more. Hit more there. Oh, that's his whole fucking description.
Nice. I like it.
Metal detecting
Hey,
shorts.
Straight to the point, dude. I like it. Straight to the point. Doesn't fuck around.
God bless him, dude.
Gets straight to business.
He's fucking out here just doing it. He's got a class ring for his back. All right. At any rate, Tom, what the fuck are we doing today?
I called it something. May. Yeah, it's on the top of the notes.
Corey, pull these notes up.
Christ.
Tom doesn't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
Yeah, pull the notes up, Daddy.
It's at Deaths of the Month of May.
May's mortal mistakes.
Yeah, see?
May's mortal mistakes.
A lot better than May's, Death of the Month.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a good ring to it.
Right.
Death of the Week just had such a good ring to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's why we do
it felt more
that
current.
play on the names,
Yeah,
Felt
I get
more-
it.
Felt more
So yeah,
May's
welcome.
Mortal Mistakes.
Welcome.
Notable deaths this month that we won't cover in this episode. Leonardo da Vinci, gang shit.
Uh-huh.
He's a, OG. Then we got Napoleon Bonaparte, also gang shit.
Gang.
Big
Yeah.
gangster. You
Big
know?
gang.
Then we got Stonewall Jackson.
Another fucking gang, dude.
So then you got Bonnie and Clyde.
yeah.
Just all gangsters.
Yeah, man.
If
Like-
you're a gangster, tighten the fuck up because it could be your month.
Tommy,
That's all I
Tommy secretly leads a whole second life of just crime.
He does.
Just a whole second life
In
of
his
crime.
past life, he was a fucking rum runner,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
There's actually a
A
character.
traveler.
Yeah.
I prefer a traveler.
A fucking gypsy.
Sounds like, dude, that would have been
Yeah,
so.
although we couldn't
dude.
say that anymore.
Well,
I forgot to go visit that lady's tombstone. When I'm off work next week, I'm going to find her
come
tombstone.
back with more news on that. And then also, if you're hearing this and you didn't hear last week's episode, I highly suggest you go back and listen. But there was a reference to an infamous gypsy, nationwide infamous gypsy, and she's actually buried here in our beautiful town of Evansville, Indiana. So check out last week's episode on the history of Evansville, Indiana. But this
Hey,
week,
hold on real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
Since you said beautiful city of Evansville, did you see Tosh's fucking
I haven't. I heard it was decent.
brother? It was brutal.
what happened?
He talked so much shit about Tyronis. He talked so much. He
Wait.
talked well about Parlor Donuts,
I like to run.
but he ran Tyronis in the fucking
Okay, hold on.
ground,
Tell me what you're talking about.
I sent you a
Tosh.
video of Daniel Tosh talking about fucking Evansville and when he visited a few weeks ago.
When?
he kicked off his new tour.
Yeah, he kicked his tour off here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't think he kicked the tour off here, but we were one of the first, very first shows.
Well, that
like,
sucks because I like him.
But no, yeah, he went
Did you see
he
Mark
went in
Norman's set
on
yet?
Tyronis, dude. It was bad.
Would you
Did
fucking
you see Mark Norman's new stand-up set yet?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Highly.
I haven't seen too much on Mark Norman.
Yeah, highly suggest it. Okay, can we get
Comedy.
back to what the fuck we were
Sorry,
doing?
I just wanted to throw that out
Yeah,
there.
thanks
Daniel
for-
Tosh hates Evansville.
Big shoots to Daddy Tosh. But okay, moving forward on to May's mortal mistakes. First one comes all the way back from May 29th, 1942. Corey, let's go ahead and... Well, actually, let's see what tabs you have pulled up. Go ahead and go to your tabs, Corey.
John Barrymore, right there on the far left.
Far left. We'll just work left to right. Let's go here. So John Barrymore, coming from... I don't know where he's from, but he was born February 14th or 15th, 1882. Don't really know why there's an or there. Died May 29th, 1942.
I wonder if Drew Barrymore is named after this person.
Didn't make it out of the war. That's a real bummer. Low key, they kind of look alike too. Look at the schnoz on this guy.
I mean, like,
check out the beak.
It's pretty aggressive.
Check out that's a Barrymore beak, dude.
I like it.
John Jude.
He was an and he was an actor on stage, screen, and radio. A member of the Drew and Baltimore theatrical.
Barrymore theatrical
sorry.
family.
What did I say?
Baltimore.
Oh, sorry. Drew and Barrymore theatrical families. He initially tried to avoid the stage and briefly attempted a career as a visual artist, but appeared on stage together with his father, Maurice, in 1900, and then his sister, Ethel. God, she sounds like a babe. The following year. He began his career in 1903 and first gained attention as a stage actor in light comedy.
What would be light comedy?
But Blue was like clean comedy.
Yeah, clean
Back
stuff.
then it
But
was.
then you got high drama,
Yeah, high
where
drama.
it's just like
no,
consistently.
that's where you got really high and then tried to do drama.
And then he also was a part of some culmination of productions such as Justice in 1916, Richard III, 1920, Hamlet,
Good old Hamlet.
1922. His portrayal of Hamlet led him to being called the greatest living American
tragedian.
tragedian. That's a word you
All
don't
right,
see
now
very
you can
often.
just kind of go down to his death.
So we got basically this guy was born in the late 1800s, made it to the 1940s, and he was an actor, got a hell of a beak on him. Likely is Drew Barrymore's great-great-grandfather. Let's get on into the muerto. Donde está?
Jesus Christ, this dude could have a whole book
Muerto.
about him.
Well, yeah, dude, he's fucking the greatest American, whatever the fuck you said, Corey.
Here we go.
Here we go. Decline and death. 1936 to 1942. That is a long decline. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's like a.
He actually had polio. No, I'm joking. Okay, so Barrymore's alcohol dependence meant most studios were unwilling to employ him, but MGM risked casting him in the role of Mercutio in their 1936 film Romeo and Juliet. To minimize disruption to the schedule, the studio put Barrymore in Kelly's rest home, a sanatorium for alcoholics, but he continued to drink covertly covertly.
It's never covert. Like no one's ever
Clandestinely.
getting away with drinking in their own. Like
Yeah, dude.
they'll never notice.
Yeah, like the first 2 drinks, maybe. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
You smell like fucking moonshine, brother. And he was disruptive on set. Basil Rathbone, who was playing Tybalt, later recounted that, quote, he was drinking and unreliable on set. She goes on to say, it was sad to see him in such a state, end quote. Opinions on his portrayal were divided. Some critics, such as Wilford Beaton of the Hollywood Spectator, thought, quote, Barrymore is an acting gem.
You know, after
end
he
quote.
read that, he was like, see, guys, I don't have a problem.
Right. Yeah.
Although Gilgood was uncomplimentary, writing to Peggy Ashcroft that, quote, Barrymore, who is like a monstrous old male impersonator jumping through a hoop, should really have been shot.
Damn.
End quote.
Dude, I miss these critics.
Jesus.
Could you imagine if critics nowadays did shit like that?
Can we fucking?
Oh, she looks like an asshole.
Well, she also kind of low key looks like a babe too. Her,
Yeah,
and
but she
Ethel.
looks like she could just beat you to death with words.
Oh, dude, I'll beat her to death with something.
Jesus Christ.
My cactus.
Hey,
So
yo.
no, can we talk about how interesting names were back then?
Yeah.
We've
no.
got a Peggy Ashcroft. We've got a Gilgood.
Ethel.
We've got Ethel.
Yeah, super white.
So many cool white people names.
Yeah,
back then.
just those are uber white names.
Now it's just
Like,
a bunch
good
of
Lord.
Xanders and Zakes. You know.
Bunch of Connors.
Yeah,
Maybe scroll down a little bit.
yeah. Let's go down,
get-
down,
see
down,
here.
down, down.
Right there,
let's see.
Barrymore and his wife.
Yeah, Barrymore and his wife both appeared in supporting roles in the 1939 screwball comedy Midnight, her only film role. The New York Times thought the film was, quote, one of the liveliest, gayest, wittiest, and naughtiest comedies of a long, hard season, end quote.
Somebody play on words there.
A lot.
Long, hard, gay, witty. And that Barrymore, quote, the Lou Gehrig of eyebrow batting.
Lou Gehrig.
Oh,
Damn.
Jeez.
Yeah.
oh,
Jesus.
damn! I am retarded.
Wow.
The Lou Gehrig of eyebrow
Golly.
batting rolls his phrases with his usual richly humorous effect, end quote. The film was inducted into the National Film Registry in 2013. Barrymore and his wife appeared together in the stage farce My Dear Children, which opened in March of 39 at Princeton University's McCarter Theater. He played the lead role, Alan, an aging hammy Shakespearean has-been. So where does this fucking dude die?
But
This
so
is-
his memory starts to fail, and they go on to say he
hold on.
ad-libbed a lot of that, right? And then you can just go down to the last
Let's
paragraph
just
here.
let's skim through this. In October 1940, Barrymore returned to the NBC radio network to work on Rudy Valley's show, now called The Seal Test Show. Barrymore recorded 74 episodes of the program,
Weak.
continuing in the vein. What?
I said week.
74
episodes.
Weak. Continuing in the vein of self-parody with jokes about his drinking, declining career, and marital issues. On May 19, 1942, while recording a line from Romeo and Juliet for show, Barrymore collapsed. He was taken to Hollywood Presbyterian Hospital and died there on May 29th from cirrhosis of the liver and kidney failure complicated by pneumonia.
Now,
Pneumonia?
the next paragraph is what makes this
Bro,
gold.
pneumonia was insane.
Shortly before his death, Barrymore returned to his childhood Catholic faith. Hell yeah, brother. Although Errol Flynn's memoirs claim film director Raoul Walsh, quote, borrowed, end quote, Barrymore's body before burial to leave his corpse propped in a chair for a drunken Flynn to discover when he returned home. Gene Fowler, a close friend of Barrymore, stayed with the body all night and denied the story. However, in a 2020 interview for the YouTube series Hot Ones, John's granddaughter, Drew
Barrymore. Called it. Let's go. Nice. Called that shit.
Hell yeah, brother. We called that from the beginning.
Brother.
Hell yeah, dude.
Got that.
Dude, John's granddaughter, Drew Barrymore, claimed Flynn's account was accurate. Barrymore was buried at Calvary Cemetery in Los Angeles on June 2nd in 1980. Oh, and then in 1980, Barrymore's son had his father's body reinterred in the family plot in Philadelphia's Mount Vernon Cemetery. So basically, they picked up the body and moved it to the family space.
Yeah, but one of his like, I just thought it was funny that like
he propped him up in a fucking chair.
like,
Bro.
basically kidnapped the body and then they partied with it one last night.
Dude, so many gangsters dying in the month of May, dude.
But I mean, like, hey, like partying runs in the family.
Dude, I knew that. I knew that beak, dude.
But I mean, like,
that's Drew
I mean, like,
Barrymore's beak.
But like that right there is like a good, like, that's a good piece of like proof that like shit like that runs in your family.
Acting or
like
alcoholism.
alcoholism and stuff and partying and like that runs in your family. Like,
yeah, brother.
because she went through her own shit whenever she was an actor. Like she went through her own like
she
her
did?
drug and alcohol issues.
I mean, I didn't know that, but I
Oh
believe
yeah,
it.
dude. Like she's got a whole like crazy story herself.
I believe it.
But she was a child actor. Like that's gonna happen with like we learned a lot about
yeah, look
child
at Macaulay
actors and
Culkin,
shit.
dude. At
No,
least-
Macaulay's actually doing really well for
At
himself.
least she made it out, you know.
Yeah, Macaulay made it out really well. His brother's actually doing phenomenal.
Rough times, dude.
Rough
Okay,
times.
moving on to death number 2. I don't know how long that first one took us, but hopefully the second one is shorter. That first one was a doozy.
Oh, yeah,
but
that took us about 10
definitely
minutes.
worth staying in the pocket, though. I'm glad we got to the end there.
Yeah.
Next one. You want to take this one, Tommy, or you want me to
I
keep
don't even know how
ripping?
to say the guy's name.
Okay. Zoom on in, Corey.
Hedviga or Golik?
Yeah, zoom on in, Corey. I'm going to crush this. Okay, so here we go. Sounds like we're in Russia, but we're going to figure it out. Hedviga Golik.
Russian annex.
Whatever. Hedviga Golik, 1924 to
Hedviga Golik.
19. Can I fucking read?
No, you can't.
Jesus.
No, you can't.
Was a Croatian woman who died. I would have guessed that was a dude's name. Was a Croatian woman who died of unknown natural causes alone in her apartment. All right, next death. No, I'm just kidding. Her body remained undisturbed for 42. What? Corey, go back up. What are we doing here?
What are you reading?
Her body remained undisturbed for 42 years.
Sorry, I thought you read through that already.
No, her body remained undisturbed for 42 years. Holy fuck! Until it was discovered in May of 2008. What the fuck, dude?
So I can give you the gist.
Hold on a second. Read that again.
Here we go. Let me go all the way through it without Corey interrupting. Hedviga Golik, born in 1924, died 1966. A Croatian woman who died of unknown natural causes alone in her apartment. Her body remained undisturbed for 42 years until it was discovered in May of 2008.
I can read from here. So
He's like, I got these next 2 sentences. No, you got it,
So
brother.
Golik was a former nurse who lived in some
Trying to
Russian
fit it
annex.
all. Shut up.
All right.
She resided in a 18 square meter, 190 square feet, one-room attic apartment, isolated from the lower floors in the 4-story building from 1961.
Hell yeah.
An attic apartment, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So what this basically goes on to the flat was provided by the building superintendent, who was formerly her boyfriend. Both were purported to be Jehovah's Witnesses. Shout out, they made it all the
God,
way
of
to
course.
fucking
yeah.
Russia.
Oh, yeah.
And it was reported that she had been involved
What is your relationship
in the-
with Jesus Christ?
It had been reported that she was involved with the construction of the building, so she got to receive basically the attic as like a part of her payment for its construction. She was known to have a sister who worked as a school teacher, and they reportedly broke off contact due to quarreling. Now, all the neighbors described her as eccentric and prone to mood swings. She switched between quiet and reclusive, and then being extremely belligerent and hectic. She never socialized with the other tenants, but was known for yelling at people for any reason and aimlessly running around the street.
Nice.
She often had angry outbursts. She even when she was helped and was suspected that she had schizophrenia.
Nice.
So then we go down to in 1966, Golik prepared a cup of tea for herself and settled down to watch television in her apartment. At some point, she died.
Obviously.
Yep. Golik had told her neighbors she would be leaving for an intermediate amount of time. Common rumors were that she joined some sort of sect in the SR Macedonia. No clue what that is.
What's an SR?
Oh, God, I don't like where this is going.
The
Socialist
Socialist
Republic.
Republic
Oh,
of
nice.
Macedonia.
Macedonia, or Yugoslav Macedonia, or simply Macedonia, was one of the 6 constituent republics of the post-World War II Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia and a nation-state of the Macedonians.
I hate that you say Macedonian.
Macadamia nuts.
While others assumed she had moved out to live with relatives in Belgrade, residents did not enter her apartment upon stating the discovery of her body. We were afraid to enter the apartment earlier so as not to violate the tenancy agreement. The police stated that Golik was never officially reported missing, but they did have a record of her disappearance through neighbors from 1973. That is a whole 7 years later. God bless you.
Jesus, God bless.
Basically, no family had ever came forward. Apparently, the residents had expected her death as early as 1981. Still, that's like 15 years later. As they paid for a loan settlement, then the death was not reported. However, the neighbors argued over who would get ownership of her apartment.
Yo, that's fucked.
Then the tenants believed each of them had the right to at least 1 square meter of her apartment. Some argued that the apartment was not owned by her to begin with, but the private dispute continued. In 1991, tenant representative, I can't even say his name.
Is this where they got
reported
the
to
idea for
city
storage wars, dude?
Right? Like, I'm betting on that one. I don't know. That's fine.
Yeah. Literally, like the authorities' apartment had been abandoned, but he received no response due to the onset of Yugoslav wars. Basically, the police, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, her body wasn't found for...
I'd like to ask a question, because you read all that, and I don't understand a lot of it. So they suspected her death in 1981 and then confirmed it, but then they didn't find the body?
They didn't even confirm it. They just suspected. They were like, we haven't seen this crazy old bat, and she was old. And she hasn't, came in and out of her apartment.
What the fuck?
Oh, here you go. So in 2008, the building complex was to be renovated into condominiums with the agreement of residents. Only Golik had not responded to the request. 3 representatives broke open the attic apartment's door on May 12th, 2008, and discovered Golik's body lying on her bed, wrapped in blankets in front of her TV. Her teacup, which she had been sipping from, remained on a table next to her chair. Nothing in her home had been disturbed. Though it was
adorned.
Okay, I couldn't see that. Adorned with numerous cobwebs, the police removed her body from her apartment. An autopsy was unable to determine her cause of death, nor the exact time.
How fucking ominous.
How bad does that apartment smell? Not
How
to smell
Russian-
a 40-year-old decaying
Hold
body.
on. How Russian is that sentence right there? An autopsy was unable to determine her cause of death, nor the exact time. It was an accident. It's, that's got Russian written all over. I'm just saying.
And she was wrapped in her blankets. Okay.
Yeah. I think Putin had something to do
This
with it.
screams mafia. No, but seriously though, think of I just put myself in the
KGB.
Exactly. I put myself in the shoes of the people that broke that door open.
Yeah.
They're like, well, we got to make sure that this is an empty apartment because the person that lives here never answered. So they get the door open and they walk in, and it's essentially a cobweb-ridden room,
Right.
as it
With a
were,
decaying body.
as it was like someone living in it.
Well, like the
And then
TV
you-
was on for however many years.
And then you walk in, and it's just like the cup of tea's there.
the
and
TV's on.
you're like-
probably static screen.
You're like in the moment, like you're living in that moment for a brief period. Her last moment, isn't that that would be ominous to me?
That is pretty
to
ominous.
walk into how she was in her last month. TV on, cup of tea. I mean, it stinks like high shit, but everything is as it was, minus the cobwebs. That's fucking creep. When Corey read it, which by the way, Corey did a great job of reading that. It felt like I was walking through that's a scene out of a horror movie, dude. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Oh, by the way, all the other, hopefully the links for all these will be in the description. I've not been reading them off, but I will from now on. This
last 2 were from Wiki.
yeah.
the last 2 were Wikipedia.
This one is from historicuk.com, Culture UK / The Great Lafayette.
Yeah, historic-uk.com. Get in there. So, the magical life and curious death of the great Lafayette.
You ever heard of this guy?
Mm-mm.
Neither have I.
Should I have?
I mean,
Is he famous?
yeah, apparently.
I
Okay.
mean, in Edinburgh,
Okay. On May 9th, let's get into it. On May 9th, 1911, the Palace Empire Theatre in Edinburgh was packed with an audience of 3,000 people. That's a good amount of people.
That's a lot of
in
people.
1911. That's a good amount of people.
That's a lot of people.
They were there to see the spectacular illusions of the world's most talented and famed magician, the Great Lafayette. A friend of Harry Houdini and a much-copied illusionist, offstage, the Great Lafayette was a private individual who shunned social events and had little to do with his fellow magicians. Houdini was an exception. In 1899, he had given the Great Lafayette the dog that the magician adored above everything and everyone else in his entire life. Her name was Beauty. Oh,
Nice.
What a cute name.
Nice.
Son of a bitch. Born Sigmund Neuberger in Munich.
White people.
Yep. In 1871, the Great Lafayette had immigrated to the U.S. with his family, as did Harry Houdini. Both Neuberger and Houdini had the fortune to be born into an age when the fame of great illusionists could spread quickly around the globe, thanks to the emerging technologies as well as great demand from audiences to be amazed and entertained. It really was kind of a golden era.
Yeah, we can go down. We can skip that one.
Yeah, let's kind of bust on down. Let's get
a good look at this guy.
Oh, dude, looks like he fucking.
Brother, there's just something about old pictures that freak me the fuck out.
Yeah, that's you know, it took him 20 minutes to take that photo
Literally.
too.
Let's see.
So let's start.
Where are we at here?
There's him with the dog.
Oh,
You
go
don't
back
wanna
up,
see
Corey.
Beauty?
There's Beauty. That is the most atrocious looking dog. Jesus Murphy.
Nah, you be nice.
Oh,
Nah, you be nice now.
Oh, back
Be
me
nice.
up,
Look at
dude.
the. Why do we get this ad? What is this?
Hold on, keep going, Corey. Keep
Jesus.
going.
Uh,
Oh,
Was
you
that
want
it?
to cover this part?
okay. The major beneficiary of his wealth was Beauty. Shut the fuck up.
Nice.
Who lived
A man of value. I like it.
who lived a life of luxury. When not taking part in his stage act, the dog could be seen riding around in her own special bed at the front of his automobile. At home and on tour, she had her own room and 5 meals a day. The press said her collar was studded with diamonds and she ate from a golden bowl. The magician had a plaque engraved with the words, quote, "The more I see of man, the more I love my dog," end quote. That is a fucking
Nice.
wise quote,
I
brother.
like it.
I think we can go down. You know, she dies.
Have we already missed his death?
God damn, Tommy. You just have to fucking.
Did we already miss his death?
No.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
no, not yet. I just wanted to,
sure-
you know, that Beauty was spoiled. You know?
Okay, so shortly after arriving in Edinburgh in style with Neuberger, Beauty was taken ill. The magician had begun his sellout performances at the Empire Palace Theater on May 1st, despite Neuberger paying for the services of a doctor and nurses to look after Beauty. She died on May 4th. The effect on the Great Lafayette was devastating. He had
But
Beauty.
you're not gonna. She ate 5 meals a day, so they basically said due to overfeeding and indulgence. However, she lived
Oh,
to
I
be
did miss that.
15 years old for back then. That's
That's-
pretty good
no,
for a dog.
That's
Nah,
insane.
She
bro.
was a stud.
So, anyways, he was devastated. Clearly, so we'll just keep moving forward. He had some sweet drawings made of it.
Yeah, okay, so, no, you got to cover this. This is so like,
Here we go.
yeah.
Okay. Despite his grief, the magician prepared for the evening performance of his show at the Empire on the 9th of May. The Great Lafayette did not perform magic tricks as such. His show was more a series of magical sketches or theatrical performances, sometimes with quasi-classical theme, such as, quote, "The Sculptor's Dream," end quote, in which a statue of Leda and the Swan comes to life. Sometimes, as in the tale of the vivisectionist Dr. Crimser, the story was dark and bizarre. Quote, or the Lion's Bride, I guess that's the name of something. The high point of the whole performance included themes and characters that may seem dated and stereotypical from a 21st century perspective, but which were sensational at the time. The Princess Peri Banu, quote, "a beautiful Christian maiden," end quote, survives a shipwreck only to be taken into the harem of the monarch Alip Arslan.
Right. So basically, this goes on to talk about the magic trick, right? So she's offered to marry some dude, right?
Yeah,
And
from
then
this fucking harem.
or to be thrown in a cage with a lion. She chooses death and denounce the act. The princess being she's placed in a cage with a real lion, which leaped towards her, only to have the head dramatically torn away to reveal the magician himself. The act was to set a backdrop of God bless you, fire eaters, jugglers, and costume performers who brought the whole scene vividly to life. Just as the act was coming to an end, one of the Oriental-style lanterns hanging above the stage caught fire. Since the audience was expecting the special effects for which the great Lafayette was famous, no one realized at first that anything was wrong. The fire curtain was immediately dropped onto the place, separating the audience from the performers on stage. The audience was evacuated reasonably quickly without injury or loss of life. But those on stage were not so fortunate. They were effectively trapped since the management had arranged to have the stage door locked. Neumberger apparently escaped but returned to save his horse from the flames. He, along with 10 members of the cast and crew, perished in the fire. So did the great Lafayette's lion and horse. Now, if we scroll down farther, when
there's
they
more?
go, so when they it took 3 hours to get the blaze under control. Photographers and film footage of the theater show the destruction of the stage area, with the burned body of the lion clearly visible. Among the dead was small teen. Okay, well, the body of the magician was cremated. No shit.
Wow.
Unwillingly.
Like, I guess I won't go
Wow.
on further, but so basically, he has a stunt double, right?
Yeah.
On stage. So when they're going through the wreckage and they're like, we found Lafayette, right?
Right.
And then it wasn't Lafayette, it was his double. So then they go through more and more wreckage, and then they finally find Lafayette's body.
Oh, fuck. I thought you were going to say he made it out.
No, but I thought that was funny that like when they were digging through, they were like, "Oh, we found him," and it was just his double.
Brother, what if people thought like the fire was part of the show?
They did.
They did. That's
they
why they
did?
didn't panic.
Mm.
That's happened at multiple like rock shows and like magician shows and stuff like that. Like people are just expecting this spectacular fucking pyro event,
Yeah.
and then when it gets out of control, like
Or
the
like
actors or
Bruce
the
Lee
the
and his
people-
acting.
yeah,
from a
like
few
the
months
people
ago.
on stage have to be seen panicking before anyone in the crowd.
Was he a traveler? Look at that funeral brigade.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, he's a gypsy.
Jesus.
That's a gypsy.
Look at that casket, though.
That's a motorcade for
That's
sure, dude.
insane.
Holy
Like,
smokes!
dude, that's royalty right there.
Yeah, man.
You know, they took their
Gyp life.
gestures serious back then. you know?
Yeah, dude. Big shoots to the great Lafayette.
All right.
All right, Tom, you want to kick this one off, dude?
Yeah.
Give me a little zoom action, Corey. Tom's eyes are old.
James
and-
Otis Jr., born February 5th of 1725, died
Ooh.
May 23rd of 1783.
Look at this
was it-
girly little bitch.
Oh, damn.
Was an American lawyer, politician, and activist who was an early supporter of patriotic causes in the province of Massachusetts Bay at the beginning of the American Revolution.
Sorry. This picture is killing me, dude.
He later criticized British plans.
Bitch, I know I look good.
Otis was a mentor to Samuel Adams, and his oratorical style inspired John Adams. He is recognized by some of the founding fathers due to his efforts leading up to the Revolutionary War.
Hell yeah, brother.
However, Otis was plagued by mental illness and alcoholism that caused his erratic behavior and had rendered him inconsequential.
Inconsequential.
Yeah, hell
That's
yeah.
a tough one.
And embarrassing to the cause by the early 1770s.
Let's get down into this death, dude.
He was born in Massachusetts.
Can we just talk about how fucked up like everybody was back then? Like,
Yeah,
they were
you
just
needed alcohol.
hammered. I mean,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, and they were doing all kinds of shit. Like Coke was cool back then. Like they were doing.
Coke's always been cool.
They were doing all kinds of fucking crazy
Coke's
shit.
never not been cool.
You want me to snag this, or you got?
No,
it?
just go down to we got Corey to scroll a little farther.
Yeah, Corey, scroll down.
This is mental health and his decline.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, Otis suffered from increasingly erratic behavior as the 1760s progressed. He received a gash on the head from a tax collector, John Robinson's Kugel or whatever that is, at the British Coffee House in 1768. What, they had coffee houses? We had some fucking hippies back in
Hell yeah, dude.
1769? I
Oh,
like
yeah,
it.
dude. I'm here for it.
Some attribute Otis's mental illness to this event alone, but John Adams, Thomas Hutchinson, and many others mention his mental illness well before 1769. In 1765, Adams wrote, Otis is in confusion yet. He rambles and wanders like a ship without a helm.
It's hot.
That had to hurt back in the day to hear something like that.
Just
you
get
know?
a little bop on the
You know.
noggin, dude.
The blow to the head probably made it worse, and shortly after, he could no longer continue his work. By the end of the decade, Otis's public life largely came to an end, though he was able to do occasional legal practice during times of clarity. So I can represent you here and there, but if the sun's a little too hot, I can't make it out.
What the fuck is happening?
The decline in Otis.
That's a state appointed.
Yeah.
If you don't have one, the state can appoint one for you.
Yeah, the decline.
Oh, that's that guy.
Yeah.
The decline in Otis's mental health was noted by friends and foes alike. In February 1771, John Adams wrote that Otis was raving mad, raving against father, wife, brother, sister, friend.
And if they would have had machines,
Jesus. Thomas Hutchinson wrote to Governor Bernard in December 1771 that Otis was carried off today in a postachaise, or whatever that is.
it's like a horse-drawn Porsche.
Gotcha. Bound hand and foot. So he was bound. Jesus. He has been as good as his word. Set the province in flame and perished in the attempt. Otis spent the remainder of his life battling mental illness while living with friends and family in the Massachusetts countryside. Massachusetts Governor John Hancock held a dinner in his honor in 1783, but the event was too much for Otis's fragile mental state, and
I want
he
Brian
returned
to
the
read this next
countryside.
part.
There you go.
This is for you.
Later life and death. I'm so excited. I
we
love
go.
it when you pick something for me.
Here we go.
I get very pumped. Later life and death. Near the end of his life, Otis burned the majority of his papers without explanation. Historians and biographers have access to his published papers, but this act prevented deeper insights into his life and thoughts that were available for other historical figures. On May 23rd, 1783, Otis died as a result of being struck by lightning while watching a thunderstorm from the doorway of a friend's home. Fucking metal, dude.
Damn.
Metal.
Metallica in the background. Just fucking
Metal, dude.
hard.
That
I thought of you. That's why I picked that one.
that fucking
What a way
that
to go
fucking
out.
rips, dude.
Yeah.
Is there a better
His
way?
mind's already gone.
Just fucking kaboom, you're done.
Drooling in a doorway, watching a storm roll in.
Dude, just smashing bush lights and drooling on myself, and then the hand of God just reaches down and takes me, dude.
It's just a Wednesday.
That
But
fucking rips. It's just a Wednesday.
It's just a Wednesday.
Dude, that
you know?
rips, though. That's a good way to go.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's dope,
That's
dude.
wild.
Big shoots to him.
I like it.
So he passes away on May 23rd, 1783.
Yeah.
Big shoots to Otis. Also, I respect the thunderstorm game, dog.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this guy before. Is this the guy that died on he's like a traveler?
Oh yeah, I've read about this guy before.
Is he the guy that died in Alaska? This guy died in Alaska?
State of Washington.
Oh, I think they made a movie about this guy.
No, he died at Mount St. Helens.
Okay, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting on into the final. No, we've got two more.
We got one more.
Yeah, we got one more. Okay.
Yeah, this is number 5 though, because there was a 5 and 6 that I didn't know what.
So
we
we're doing
wanted to
6
do.
this week.
Yeah.
Big 6. We'll vote one out because 5's the way to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go with death number 5. David Alexander Johnston, December 18th, 1949 to May 18, 1980. An American United States Geological Survey volcanist who was killed by the
Volcanologist.
volcanologist. You're correct, Corey. Yeah, volcanologist who was killed by the 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens in the United States of Washington. A principal scientist on the USGS monitoring team, Johnston was killed in the eruption while manning an observation post 6 miles or 10 kilometers away on the morning of May 18th, 1980. He was the first to report the eruption, transmitting, Vancouver, this is it. Oh, that was a direct quote, by the way. Quote, Vancouver, Vancouver, this is it, end quote. Before he was swept away by a lateral blast. Despite...
Hold on a second.
Sorry, Siri's talking to me.
Jesus, what are we doing,
I don't know. Siri's popping off, dude.
A lateral eruption or a lateral blast is a volcanic eruption which is directed laterally from a volcano rather than upwards from the summit. Lateral eruptions are caused by the outward expansion of flanks due to rising magma. Breaking occurs at the flanks of the volcano, making it easier for magma to flow.
That makes sense. I mean, it's in the name. You know, it's going out left and right as opposed to up and down. Despite a thorough search, Johnston's body was never found. But
Crazy.
state highway workers discovered remnants of his USGS trailer in 1993. This is
13 years
13 years later. Johnston's career took him across the United States, where he studied Augustine Volcano.
I mean, we already got
Alaska.
his death, dude. What else you got to read?
Okay, I didn't know if you wanted me to keep going or not.
No,
that was short.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go back to the top real quick then. Let me, Corey, scroll to the
Dude,
top.
I wish I like that. Everybody
to the top.
says they want to be alive in the 90s, and it's like I think the 80s were a bit better.
Oh, dude, 80s
Nah.
were dope.
Nah, 80s were only okay if you were doing coke.
Everyone was doing coke.
Exactly.
So this Dave again, that was David Alexander Johnston of the Greater Washington area. Big shoots to him doing the Lord's work, studying rocks,
Just living the life, man. Out
Yeah.
there in nature, just watching
Probably-
rocks that shoot.
eating all the mushrooms. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just wigging the fuck out. He said, "Vancouver, Vancouver, this is it."
Yeah, then that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is a
All right,
wrap,
so-
Johnston.
What do we got here? Reports of botched executions by
Oh!
firing squad. Good God.
Oh, Tom told me about this one. Corey, you go ahead and start reading this.
Okie dokie.
Or Tom, do you want to read?
Corey
I've
can.
hit a bunch of them.
Let me
Okay.
see here.
He's
A
better.
report in the Salt Lake City Tribune takes a different view of the suggestion that there have been no botched executions by firing. I mean, can you botch an execution? They're gonna.
Oh, you
I mean,
can.
they're
Fuck yes.
gonna die.
Fuck yes,
So,
Corey.
like-
keep reading. Keep reading.
Okay,
It gets
from
good.
Hal Schindler, shout out to Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Taylor's death was quick, but some weren't so lucky. Executioner's Song, a Utah reprise in the Salt Lake City Tribune, January 28th, 1996, shouts. But on May 16, 1879, a lack of restraining straps resulted in the most bizarre, grotesque, and horribly botched Utah execution on record. It was so disgraceful that one newspaper, the Ogden Junction, which, by the way, if someone's talking shit about you with the name Junction, just know you fucked up, sarcastically reminded the state that the French guillotine never fails.
Hell yeah, brother.
It all came about when Wallace Wilkerson, a little WW, who killed a man in an argument about a card game in Provo, was to face the firing squad in a corner of the jail yard. By the way, they're bringing back the firing squad.
Fuck yeah, they are, dude.
As
Fuck
the
yeah.
hour neared, Wilkerson strode from his cell, dressed in black broadcloth and wearing a white felt hat. In his left hand, he carried a cigar, which remained with him to the last. Nice. Witness noticed he exhibited unmistakable effects of liquor. The condemned man insisted on not being tied to the chair, and he refused to be blindfolded. Badass. I give you my word, he said. I intend to die like a man, looking my executioners right in the eye. You know, that's some cold
hot.
shit.
That's cold.
That's some cold shit. The sheriff protested, explaining that the sharpshooters would be concealed in a shed 20 feet distance, so they're 20 feet away shooting this guy. Wilkerson pleaded, and the sheriff relented. He placed a white 3-inch patch over the condemned man's heart, stepped back, and signaled the shooters. Wilkerson heard the muted command, "Ready? Aim!" and drew up his shoulders as if to brace himself for the fatal moment. The guns fired. 4 heavy slugs tore into the condemned man. With the impact, Wilkerson leaped out of the chair and jumped forward 5 or 6 feet. He crashed to the dirt and turned his head downward to his chest. "Oh my God, they have missed," he screamed. Oh my God. A doctor and several witnesses rushed forward as Wilkerson writhed on the ground in full view of some 20 spectators. Yo, like, were these paid? Or like, I wonder if
It's a public execution.
Yeah, it's just like the guillotine.
That's crazy. It became apparent the bullets had not struck his heart. By straightening in his chair, he had raised the target and the shooters were misdirected. 3 slugs touched the target but were well above the vital spot. The 4th bullet struck 6 inches from the others and shattered Wilkinson's left arm. Damn!
It was 27 minutes before he was pronounced dead.
God.
Just sat there and bled out and screamed in front of
Yeah,
20
but what
plus
did he
witnesses.
do?
He killed a guy over a card game.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's. I mean,
you deserve it.
yeah, over a card. Come on, bro.
No,
Over some spades. Like, come on, dude.
I've seen a guy get stabbed over spades, bro.
Well, you know
you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can't lose with dignity, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
get it, but still.
in September 1951, Aliso J. Mares became the second condemned man to suffer the consequences of a botched execution. Do we want to cover this?
Twofer.
Oh, this is a
we got
twofer.
a two-for one?
I love a twofer.
Okay.
Mares,
oh, no, here we go. There we go. Right here.
125 years ago, first execution, electric chair.
We're gonna let you read this, Brian, since you're on electrocution right now.
Okay. I like the electric stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all
Okay.
shocking.
This wasn't the second.
This isn't the same thing.
The other two paragraphs was somebody else that was shot from 15
yeah.
Oh,
feet
shit.
away.
Oh, we're skipping. This is a 3.
Yeah.
Let's just do the 2.
Yeah.
Hold on. Go.
There we go.
Right there, Mares.
Yeah, okay. Mares became the second condemned man to suffer the consequences of a botched execution. Mares was the first prisoner to be put to death in the new prison at the point of the mountain. The old penitentiary in Sugar House had been the execution site since 1900. Before then, the sentences were carried out in counties where the crime took place. When Mares was shot, newspaper stories carried the barest of details. Not until 25 years later, a remnants by one of the witnesses, Salt Lake Tribune reporter Clark Lobb, was it disclosed that Mares, quote, died silently and horribly, and, quote, 2 of the 4 bullets fired from 15 feet away struck Mares in the hip and the abdomen. It was several minutes before the prisoner was declared dead. Excerpts reported in Conard. This is one of their sources. So they use the Utah may bring back the firing squad in the Atlantic.
Cheaper, than electricity.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. It honestly is, and it's effective if you hit your target. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also, wild that you're not able to hit a 15-foot target.
Dude, if you look up the statistic on like most police that fire guns in less than like 10 feet away miss.
That is insane. Okay. So, Corey, would you be so kind as to pull the notes up on the big, minimize the Safari here? We're going to rank these puppies. First off, which one do we want to boot? Let's talk about which one we want to boot out. Wrong
one.
Yeah, where are we going here? Click that. There we go. You can make this, hit that green button. Make it the whole screen, Core. There we go. Let's do that. Okay, so we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We've got John Barrymore, Drew Barrymore's great-grandfather.
I mean, I'm going to put that at 5. He died from cirrhosis. I mean,
they stole his body and put him in a chair.
The story of stealing the body and parting with it.
That's at least
we're trying to figure out who we're kicking right now.
He's not getting booted.
I think we kick out the volcano guy.
Yeah, I could do that.
That was kind of a weak story too. It was very short. So David Johnston.
I wouldn't say it's weak. I mean, it's pretty fucking punk rock. That's pretty punk rock to go out.
But it was short though. We didn't get a lot of detail. So unfortunately, though, a very honorable and super metal death, we are going to kick out David Johnston, the volcanologist at Mountain St. Helens, whatever. He's getting booted. Awesome last quote though. Vancouver, this is it. Then he was vaporized. Okay, so he's booted. So now we got to vote between John Barrymore, who was, how did he die?
A legendary actor who died of cirrhosis. And then
had the chair thing.
Stole his body from the funeral.
And propped him up in a fucking
Jesus
chair.
Christ.
Then we've got Hedvig Golik.
The apartment lady.
Yeah, the apartment lady. That's top tier for me.
Yeah. The Great Lafayette was the performance that burned down, and they didn't. They found his body double, and then they later found him. Yeah,
that's like a number 5 for me.
Yeah, it's anticlimactic.
James Otis Jr.
The revolutionary who told his sister he wanted to be struck by a flash of lightning when he died, and then he died getting struck by lightning.
Fucking metal. And then Wallace Wilkerson, a botched execution in Utah. Honestly, after booting out Johnston, we've got 5 fucking rippers, dude. These are 5 solid deaths.
I'm going to put the execution at the bottom.
Okay, I'm
I'm kind of agreeing.
Execution's at the bottom for me.
I would argue I would argue the stage fire, low key, somewhat underwhelming as well.
Yeah, but they thought they found his body. And
I mean,
then,
that's
like,
the
hours later.
but that's the
found
most exciting
the body.
part about it.
Okay, so
I wouldn't say exciting, but that's the most compelling part of it.
Can we agree Wallace Wilkerson botched execution at 5, and then we're gonna put the Great Lafayette at 4?
Sure, I can do that.
Can we agree
I'm
with
good
that?
with that.
Yeah.
Now we're working on the top
Top 3 is
Who's coming in third?
Barrymore.
What do you like, Tom?
Barrymore.
Who do you like for third?
Barrymore at third. I don't care what any of
You two give me
I don't
two
care
to
what you
choose
two
from.
say. Barrymore's got to be third for me.
You two give me
So
two.
what's left? The guy that died and his friend stole his body to party with him one last time.
Cirrhosis, yep.
And then we have the lady that wasn't found for 42 years.
Yeah.
Headbanger.
Headbanger.
And then the struck by lightning.
I mean, I'm going to put it to you this way. The Struck by Lightning is going to be number 1 for me.
He's not even. I'm not even gonna.
I'm not even going to select 2 and 3. Like 1 for me. I'm sorry, but like,
Okay.
way to call your shot, babe. Like,
Yeah,
dude, hell yeah, bro.
I could
Jesus.
go. Well, so what we're putting as 3. We're putting.
He's calling Barrymore.
Barrymore could be 3. The
I'd say
story's
Barrymore at 3.
wild. The
I
story
like-
is wild.
I like Barrymore at 3.
I would wish that somebody would do that with my body.
We've got.
Could you imagine if somebody tried to do that today?
Oh, it'd be so sick.
yeah, it's
Steal a
insane.
body from the
It'd be
morgue.
fucking
Yeah.
metal.
But like
Feel
Golik,
free.
Yeah, but you'd go to jail.
I feel
You
like
know what I mean?
I feel like Golik earned the number 2 spot just for being there for 42 years.
Well, that one's pretty fucking metal.
Talk about longevity.
Yeah,
you
she
know?
was really playing the long
Like,
game.
it was,
hide and seek champ.
you know, damn, that's fucked up. God.
Hide and seek champion. Hide and seek champion.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she
Tommy.
died. Okay, I'm cool with her at 2, and then obviously Lightning at 1. Are we good with that?
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
You like
I
that,
like it.
Tom?
I'll
that's a good
settle
list.
for that.
I think
All
it's a
right.
good list.
So let's run through it. Coming in at 5, we've got Wallace Wilkerson, the botched execution where the gentleman had 4 slugs rip into his torso.
He's
And,
at the bottom just because he deserved it.
yeah, and honestly, it took him. What was the dopest? Is took him 27 minutes before he
Yeah.
could be declared dead. That was pretty sick.
While he screamed at the crowd.
Yeah, yeah. He jumped 5 or 6 feet. Then coming in at number 4, coming in at 4th place is the Great Lafayette, which I already forgot his real name.
I care more about his dog than I do him.
Honestly, the dog was the protagonist in that story. And basically, he died in a stage fire,
Yeah.
along with a lion and a horse. Fun
and
fact,
his body double.
and his body double, and a few other people.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then coming in at 3rd, we've got
Barrymore.
John Barrymore. This is Drew Barrymore's grandfather. After losing his fucking mind and drinking too much, dies of cirrhosis. But however, his drunken buddies wanted to have
the
one more.
homies.
Yeah, his dogs, dude. His fucking
Yeah, they just
ride or
wanted to
dies.
pour
Ride or
one
dies,
out,
dude.
you
Yeah,
know?
dude. Ride or die. Fucking propped him up in the chair and had a drink with him.
Right.
So that's number 3. Number 2, coming in hot.
Hide and seek champ.
Hide and seek champion. Hedvig Golik.
Jesus.
She died having a cup of tea, and it took her 42 years to be found.
Jesus.
She was found wrapped in blankets with the TV on and a cup of tea in the chair.
You know,
next
I
to
think
her.
she went out the way she wanted to.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know,
Probably watching fucking whatever they were.
Matlock.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, Matlock wasn't on
Russia's
yet.
Got Talent.
Yeah, Russia's Got Talent. And then coming in at number 1, the revolutionary fucking American true hero, James Otis Jr., May 23rd, 1783, who told his sister he wanted to, quote, be struck by a flash of lightning, end quote, when he died. Then on May 23rd, while standing in a doorway during a storm, he was killed by a single lightning bolt. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the most metal way to die. Just for the record.
Like-
Tom, hell of a pick.
Yeah.
Hell of a fucking
I don't know
pick.
if
my
y'all
guy.
would say that's the most metal way to die. I mean, you could die by metal.
Yeah.
okay,
it's like
now you're
if
just being facetious.
Yeah, well, you are being actually more literal than anything. But yeah, I like where your head's at, dude. That would literally be a
Metal.
pretty metal way
I'm just
to
saying
die.
big words at this point in my life.
If you died in a smelting accident,
Right.
that would be fucking metal, dude.
Yeah.
Like intentional.
Or like somebody in New York where a steel beam falls and smashes them.
Suicide by metallurgy, dude. Just dive it, swanton
metallurgy.
bomb into a fucking
Jesus
smelter,
Christ.
dude. That'd
Yeah.
be fucking.
That's hot.
that'd be
That's what
punk rock,
David Johnston almost did.
Yeah. So if you folks have any questions, comments, concerns, complaints, constructive criticism on these May deaths of the month, hop on in
May's
the,
mortal
yeah,
mistakes.
Hop on in the comments. Let us know if you didn't know that fucking John Barrymore was Drew Barrymore's grandpa. Now you do. Or if you have any other people that you know that died.
Dude, I
in
think we need to get
June.
Golik's
hit us up.
face and put it on a shirt.
I'm here for that.
Hide and seek champ.
Hide and seek champ. Hide and seek champion.
Right.
I like it.
That's sick, dude.
Hussein didn't have shit on her.
Hell nah, dude. Hell nah. It only took us like 3 years to find him.
Facts.
Yeah, man. I don't have anything else for the group unless you boys do.
Dude, Waldo's not even been hiding that long.
Hell no, dude. He's only been around since like the 90s, bro.
Yeah, this episode's going to come back a week later, so I just want to say that Donald Trump has the worst luck ever. He's had the third attempt on his life already.
Wait, somebody tried to kill him again?
Yeah, at the I think it was at the dinner.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, last night it happened.
Gunshot again?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And who's the guy that owns the UFC?
Dana White was there.
Yeah, he didn't even sit down. Like, he didn't duck or anything.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, that was fucking awesome.
Dude,
Yeah.
if the good Lord's gonna take me, he's gonna take me. That's how I feel about
It's
it.
pretty insane.
Shout out to Dana White, dude. Yeah, dude, I don't have anything else for the group. Thoughts and prayers to the Trump family. Hope he doesn't get clapped in public. Why do people keep trying? I don't know. Tom, do you have anything else for the group?
I have nothing productive to say.
I like that. Corey, do you have anything else for the group?
Nah, I'm making copies myself.
All right, this has been another thrilling episode of the Days Grimm. My name is Brian Michael Day.
My name is Thomas Grimm.
Yeah, no, I'm Bob Spolansky.
Oh, Jesus, Murphy. Thank you, guys. Subscribe, like, do the whole thing. Bye-bye.
Horrible song to pick.